Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Railroad 82 here, your railroad archaeologist. So all good things come in threes, as you know. Three Strikes, Three's Company, as well as this mini-series. This is the culmination. I'm gonna include a link to the first two parts down below. You guys can click those videos if you missed it. This one is the third part, the culmination, the peak, the climax. This video, what's interesting about it is two things. The first one is that the first railroad crossing you're going to see, well, the only railroad crossing you're going to see in this video, back in 1962, you're going to see on the 1962 map that West 8th Avenue ended just shy of the train tracks. So there was no crossing there in 1962. The world has changed a lot in 60 years, so you can appreciate that. And you're going to notice that the only remnants of this old spur are blocks apart. So I had to do a few blocks of driving between West 20th Street, West 19th Street, and West 18th Street. But yeah, the segments left are really, really minute. If you don't know that they're there, you probably won't notice them. That's why you guys are subscribed to my channel, Railroad 82. All right, guys, check out the video. Please leave me a thumbs up, comment. It helps me in the YouTube algorithm. Always a pleasure. Enjoy the video. And check out patreon.com/railroad82 if you want to contribute to my fund so I can keep bringing you videos like this. Enjoy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part 3, the last part, the finale of the 3-part mini-series on the Holy Trifecta. Holy Trinity of Railroads, the Trifecta. So this would have been the last one. Check out the picture. All right, this one would have came out of here somewhere. These are the FEC tracks. That over there leads to the FEC Hialeah yard, and going east goes to a Y over in Miami that can take you either to Port of Miami or to Jacksonville. So yeah, the spur would have branched out of here somewhere, and then these quad gates. Back when the spur was here, was only that gate right there. There was no cantilevers, and that main gate on this side. They all sport. Well, actually, these are MI, the quad gate sport MI, which is funny because they're newer and they have MI belts, WC Hayes, gate mechanisms. And I'm just trying to see like where that would have crossed, because okay, yeah, now I see how it worked. Like if that ever, when that happened, I'm assuming the conductor would have to have gotten down and flagged the crossing, because realistically, watch, you'll see when I get there. So try to mathematically picture that spur branching off of there, right? It would have came somewhere in this general neighborhood, and then Jesus, give me 1 second. Okay, so check it out. West 8th Avenue, West 21st Street. I'm going to include a Google Maps link to this location. Here you have, there's a part of the rail right there, right? There's actually a couple more parts. So here you have the first part. Boom. So yes, that would have put us on the other side, or to the south of the crossing gate. So the conductor had to have gone down to flag that, because there was no other way that would have happened, because the gate would have been after it. Here you have the rail. Here you have more rail. They've been spread through time. That's not standard clearance right there. So yes, that's facing west. And then again, what's my favorite word? Curvature of the building. So you see curvature of the building right there, and like Shakira, the hips don't lie. Oh, I don't know about her, she's probably a liar, right? But this track doesn't lie. Look at this curvature of the building. No offense, Shakira. Here you go, rail number 1 and rail number 2 still here. So I'm gonna take a gander a couple blocks, actually 1 block south and a couple blocks south. There used to be more remnants mosey on down with me and my trusty sidekick here as we... Okay guys, I'll make it quick before I get to part 2. A good economic indicator of a place is how many railroads it has. I've taken trips to Dominican Republic, to Puerto Rico. I mean, these are not your industrious, powerful nations, your GA to the world. I think there's parts of Dominican Republic that don't have a single railroad. They had one back in the 40s. In Puerto Rico, I don't recall seeing one there either. So as you know, the economies of these countries are not worth mentioning, and countries that do have railroads like the United States, look at Chicago, look at Pittsburgh. I know that they probably don't have as much production as they once did, but at least they still have railroads. Miami, we used to have like these 3 railroads I've showed you in the past 3 weeks. So our industry was based on production and moving goods and services, merchandise. Now it's probably like 90% based on tourism, and you got some property taxes in there, and you got some Russian, Venezuelan money coming in from outside. So yeah, I don't think we've progressed as a city, to be honest with you, when your economy becomes solely dependent on one thing. I mean, but we can thank NAFTA and the free trade agreement. You know, NAFTA is a free trade agreement, but yeah, external sources like that, outsourcing. But it is what it is. So continue to part 2. Okay, ladies and gents, so this is West 20th Street, just a block so east of West 8th Avenue. I'm gonna include a Google Maps link to this location. This was where the dude's hauling butt, isn't he? Okay, so this is the nitty gritty right here. This is where the Jesus. Now there's like a, I don't know if these people all came to see me or, oh, because there's like a restaurant here. Okay, so these are the only part of the rails that are still visible. North of here, well, on that side of the intersection, it's all pavemented out. There's no cross bucks, there's no pavement markings. Just as I said, these rails right here, and then they would have curved into where those containers are. Eastward, there's nothing else over there. It's blocked off, and then you can still see, like, there used to be a loading dock here. I'm gonna take you guys a few blocks south where I still saw some remnants of rail. Come on down. All right, guys and gals, so we were 2 blocks north. This is what on West 20th Street. This is West 18th Street. So this is where this spur made its final stand. Those are the last 2 rails right there. Boom and boom. Right, there's, you can see them through here. That is the last of this railroad. Oh, spur. And yeah, I remember there used to be a crossbuck when I was a kid. Like in 1988, I remember seeing a Starbucks, and they crossbucks, and they propped it up. It was already falling at that point. I don't think it was being used, and they propped it up against that light post there. So yeah, this is the last. When I began doing this channel, I made a video on it, but nowhere near as seasoned as I am now doing this. So yeah, investigative skills and research skills have gotten sharper. Always room for improvement though. And look, that's where that loading dock would have been. They parked a boxcar there, and who knows how many businesses I've gone through since the late 80s. But yes, ladies and gents, so leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, it helps me in the YouTube algorithm. Always a pleasure. I drop videos on Sundays. I have a Patreon if you guys want to support me. That's patreon.com/Roro82. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.